So, you want to know how to set up a fish tank, or you're like me and just love watching these videos on YouTube? Either way, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to set up this tank. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end. Alright gang, so we're back. So, this is the tank we're going to be setting up today. This is the one on the stand that in the, probably like 2 or 3 videos ago, if that far. We built the stand for it. So the tank I went and bought is this Bowfront. It's a 36-gallon tank from Top Fin. So for this build, like depending on how advanced you are, like you don't have to be that advanced. So for like my tanks out in my living room, I pieced all those together just piece by piece, like found these filters, like oh these will work, found heaters and all that shit stuff. But for if you're just getting started, just setting one up, I would just recommend just going and getting a kit like this. This thing has literally everything I need, except for the decorations. But it has like all your filters stuff that we're gonna go through here in just a second on it. So I'm gonna pull this out and explain it all to you one by one. If you guys are just, like I said, just watching the video just to watch a tank get put together, then you can skip ahead to where we start actually setting it up in aquascaping. So without further ado, let's get this tank open and see what we find. This whole front facade is just a facade, so behind it here, I'm gonna guess that this is the lid. I don't see a lid anywhere else, so it says it comes with one, so we'll open this up real quick. Oh yeah, it's the lid. It comes. We'll pull the plastic off of it. I've actually bought one of these tanks before years ago, and they've actually changed up the design a little bit. So right here, you'll notice that this piece can be broken out. So if you have a bigger filter or just need more space, because this little notch out is for your filter. So you can break that piece out if you want, or you can leave it too. Then it comes with your little feeder hole, and then the actual lid. So, and all that just sets right there. Pretty sleek design, looks pretty nice. Probably gonna be all of our cords, yeah, for the lid and the lights and all that, because it says it comes with, oh yeah, I didn't show you guys on the bottom side, an LED light strip. Okay. So, the first thing we're gonna go with here is the heater. Now, when you buy these kits, they put everything in it that will fit the size of the tank. Obviously, they're not gonna put too small of a heater in for a tank. This one's a 200 watt for up to 65-gallon aquariums. See if the sun will stop yelling at that. This is a 36-gallon, so we could do quite a bit bigger if we needed. And then we got a little thermometer just to help keep an eye on kind of what the temperature is. Next is the filter. So it's a 3-stage filter up to 30 to 40-gallon aquariums. Right after I got them saying, although they won't send something too small, I thought it was too small for a minute. I thought it was a 50-gallon. I was like, ah, shit. No. For up to 40 gallons, it's a 3-stage. Also by Top Fin. All this is by Top Fin. It also comes with, you get a cold piece of cardboard, and then we will cut this stuff off. Alrighty gang, we're back. We had some minor chaos. So the other thing that comes on the cardboard is a net. I think by the time I'm done buying kits, I'll have a whole collection of these. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll build something cool out of them. And then the last thing it comes with is this little vial. Yeah. So what you do with this is you just fill it up with water and you take it in to your local pet store, probably wherever you bought the tank from, and you give it to them and they'll test it all and be like, oh, like your pH is too low, like here's you some stuff. Like if you don't understand and know that much about fish, like how to keep their pH balances and all that, then you just go to your pet store, they'll help you with all that getting started. Once you get more advanced and learn all that stuff, you can go buy like, I like API's test kits. There's a bunch of other test kits. It's pretty much whatever people, like whatever you prefer, because everybody's like, oh no, the API stuff don't work, and then there's other people like, oh no, I only use API. It's just, the whole fish world's an argument. It's all personal preference. Just as long as the fish are happy and healthy, then I guess nobody really cares. So I would get your tank set up, let it circulate for a week or so, like get all your, if you're doing a planted aquarium or If you're just doing just like the fake decorations, let it cycle for a week or so. Take this in, let them test it, see where it's at, make sure it's okay for your fish. And then after you have fish in it for a little while, I would at least like once a month at the very minimum. Get one of these. They're free. You can go to, well, they are for me. I'm sure they are for you too. Depending on what pet store you go to, but I can get them for free. I just walk in and they give them to me, and I fill them up with the fish tank water and take them back, and voila. So those are actually pretty handy to have. And then that's pretty much about it. Then we just have just a good old aquarium in here. We'll pull all the stickers and stuff off. So the next thing to do is to get your decorations in. So I'll go get all of our decorations and stuff in. I'm going to do another little tutorial on how to aquascape and everything, but I will show like the aquascape once it's done on here. So we'll be right back in just a minute once we have our decorations and stuff ready. Alrighty gang, real quick I wanted to show you some of the decorations I got. So I found these blue, pretty cool little blue rocks, and then I've been working on this little arch that I want to try, and then these just showed up. And I think I want to build like these. They obviously need washed, but I got these little white rocks. They're a lot bigger than those other black ones I had. And I think I want to build the rock walls out of these. And then I've been saving something special for all you guys. It's going to be a YouTube themed tank. These are plastic, so I'm going to put them inside the tank. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. Also, if you are new, right there on your screen. Alrighty gang, figured we'll give you a real quick up close look at how it's looking. Haven't put any water or anything in it yet. This is just a rough scape. Well, it actually looks pretty good. We're going to get some water and plants and get this thing filling up and circulating. So stay tuned. Alrighty gang, we're back. So I got the majority of the water in it. Now you see it's looking pretty good. The one thing I'm going to do real quick now is like get my heater, my filter, all that stuff set up, get it filtering, and then I'll top it off and we'll take a look at the final product. So, first things first. The heater. Pull it out of this here box. Instructions, who needs those? Alright, so like I said before, it's not focusing. There's a Celsius and Fahrenheit gauge on it for whichever one you read to set it to. I do Fahrenheit because, you know, America. That's I usually have mine set to around like high 70s, and then like depending on what fish I decide to set in it, then I'll go, you know, do the research or whatever's needed and see what my temperatures need to be. So this thing's pretty simple to set up. It just comes with these here little suction cups that come in little 2 pieces. Twist them to where when it's set up you can see the. And then I'm going to put this one in the back corner, right back here somewhere, like so, something like that. And then the theory behind that is I'm going to put my filter over here, and the filter, when it sucks water, will help draw the warm water from one side of the tank to the other. This thing's pretty basic itself to set up. Pull it out here. Alright, so you open it up, just make sure there's no plastics or anything down in there. This is pretty basic design. Put this screen back on. Whoop. Slide the filter back in, right there. Not a lot to it. Comes with this little piece. Is that all the pieces? Okay. This little piece that just pops on the bottom here. This is an adjuster to adjust your water depth. And you just push that on the bottom. So we'll set mine about yay. So it's about halfway down, or past half. down into the tank. Why isn't this sliding in there like it should? There we go. You slide this one in, and then it just clips right here on the back. You already have the cutout and everything for it. It's in there nice and tight, doesn't really move. Alrighty gang, we're back. So we got her nice and topped off. Now the last thing to do is to get this filter on. Because what you want to do with filters when they're empty, whoop, grab this here bowl. You gotta put a little bit of water in here because it needs a little bit of water to start the flow. So you don't just plug it in without putting anything in there. And it's still gonna make all sorts of funny noises and stuff when you first plug them in, but it's to be expected. So get it right full like that. Moment of truth. Plug her in. And action. Gonna make a bit of weird noises at first, but it's just all the bubbles and stuff in there, so after a minute it'll quiet down and you won't even be able to hardly hear it. Yeah, look at the flow rate on that thing. That looks good. Alright, let's get our heater plugged in, get this tank warming up. Now you see how much quieter it's already gone? Let's get the lid put on. That, and then in a week or two, I'll take my sample, get it into the pet store. Now let's get all of our beneficial stuff for it. Alrighty gang, last but not least, all the stuff to get this tank started. So I have a quick start here, I have Aqua Essential, and then I have the leaf stone. So the leaf stone, shake it up nice and well, is helps all the plants. Sorry, I was trying to do some math there in my head, having a problem. So this is for the plants to help get them started, help get some nutrients in there for them to start growing on. So add that. The Aqua Essential, just kind of like what it sounds like, nitrites and removes chlorine and chemicals and all that. So we add not a whole lot of this stuff. That takes out all the chlorine and heavy metals out of the water. And then your quick start. Technically, once you put this stuff in, you can put fish in right away, but I still like to let my tanks circulate for a while, get going. This stuff just adds everything that you can actually put fish in right away. And then, last but not least, I found these at the pet store. I've never seen them before. They're little beneficial balls, and it's 1 per 10 gallons. I have 3 here. This is technically a 36 gallon. It's like you cannot be overdosed, helps maintain clear water, helps support a healthy aquarium, reduces ammonia and nitrite. It's like a live beneficial bacteria, literally in these little balls. So I'm going to throw these in here. I've never tried them before. I barely threw some in all my other tanks. And so this will help get all the beneficial bacteria in. So we'll drop these in and see what this does for us. Now the good part about these is as soon as you drop them in, they give you that Orby effect, so they immediately disappear in the water. They're there, you just can't see them. And so that's good, because I was worried about dropping it in with like my cichlid tank and worried about all my cichlids just eating them. And as soon as you put them in the water, you can't see them. So the cichlids didn't even know that anything was there to try eating. So now we get our lid put on. Yeah. And this little piece, and do this. If you listen now, you can hardly hear it. So, alrighty gang, you ready for this? Moment of truth. Oh, would you look at that? Ain't that something? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too upset about it. Alrighty gang, that's all for today. I hope you guys liked the video. It's a fun little project I like doing. In the next video we're going to get some fish for it. I'm thinking probably glowfish or something. So if you're new and you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that bell, because you don't want to miss the video when I go to get these fish. It's going to be awesome. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.